feeling like your personal identity is not being attacked, feeling like you're welcomed and not being alienated. Just think about it.
What's up?
I just want to state something. As the founder and past president of the Sixth Sense, we published our first issue without any AS funding. We found other funding to publish our first issue. That was 3,000 issues. 3,000 copies of our paper. We found our own funding. We got $6 student council to agree to fund a bit of it. I funded a large part of the difference, and then members of the organization itself donated money to make that publication possible. So I know that it is possible without AS funding because I've done that before.
I just wanted to say that kind of all the years on. I really feel that it's more important at this time that we concentrate our efforts on making the campus a safe place for all students. And if that means freezing funding temporarily, then that's what we need to do. I wholeheartedly agree with Gary when he said in public input that this system is wrong. This is not the first time this has come up. It's unfortunate and so sad to me that it had to come to this issue. We tried to discuss this earlier in the year, but if this is what it takes for us to overhaul our system and to change it, this is the time. We're asking everyone to understand the Saltman Quarterly wholly supports us. I think that goes a long way. We need to take this time, readdress our entire system, and overhaul it. So with that, straw poll. Who is in favor of keeping the freeze? Second option is who would like to overturn and return funding to all media orgs. And then 3, continue the discussion or undecided. So 1, who would like to maintain the freeze on funding? 2, who would like to restore funding to all media orgs? And then 3, who would like us to keep discussing the media? Keep it in mind. Move to close the speakers list after everyone gets on to here.
Second. Are there any objections to closing the speakers list? Good. Alright, all in favor of closing the speakers list, please raise your hand. All opposed? If that passes, would anyone like to speak a final time? Bryant, you. Okay, that's us.
Okay, I think most of the arguments in favor of keeping the freeze have been stated. I asked council not to overturn my decision with the realization that this is only a temporary stopgap until we find a real solution to this problem. And again, there's going to be a forum at 8 p.m. on Thursday, tomorrow, to discuss this very issue. At least let the freeze remain until then, tomorrow.
John?
Let me just express my disappointment with the amount of lip service that is paid to free speech when all of you are campaigning, and then how quickly that is retracted when things really get tough. The First Amendment isn't there to protect nice, progressive free speech where everybody is happy and it says nice things about each other. It is there to protect free speech that offends people. But it really is. I'm sorry, but this is going to bother a lot of people. But the safety of the community, or the feeling of safety in the community, does not supersede the First Amendment. While I know this is not directly applicable to the situation at hand with the freezing of the funds, no, listen. It is applicable because of the fact that it is designed to reorganize the media structure in a way that eliminates a single media organization. That is ultimately the end goal of what this is about. It really is. So stop guessing that. Sorry for the problem there. And that is patently wrong and illegal. It really is. Southworth versus the University of Wisconsin Regents has stated that. The finding there shows that. Just one more time. The problem with this situation is that there is just more and more people that want less speech. that want the easy way out, that want censorship rather than looking at the underlying problems, looking at the reasons why we have 1.3% African American representation in our community. You know, these are quick and easy measures to stop funding, to get rid of the koala. That's great, but they're representative of larger problems. And rather than take the easy way out, have more speech, not less. Don't take the easy way out with this. So that's my take, and thank you for listening. Alex?
I'm going to say that we're talking about freeze right now, that's what we're going to do yet. The point is we need a freeze to figure out what we need to do. I'm not in favor or against what we're about to do, but I would say keep the freeze, at least until Thursday night.
Peter? Yes. One clarification. I would not vote to keep the funding freeze if I thought that I was violating the First Amendment. The First Amendment doesn't guarantee money. It just guarantees that if you give money in certain ways, then it has to be done indiscriminately. So this literally, by continuing the freeze, we're not violating the First Amendment. If we did that, we'd go to court. Maybe we still will, regardless for other things. But we've talked to Campus Legal, and they've said that funding freeze is perfectly legitimate as long as no one's getting money, which no one is. So we're not violating the First Amendment at this point. If we were, we'd vote against it, but we're not. And I guess, moral story, again, no, I'm not going to repeat myself. Bryant.
I just want to say, right now we're focusing on the freeze and not actions that will be taken later. We know that this freeze is not illegal. We know that it's actually in the best interest of our students, as students have addressed how they don't feel safe right now on this campus. And we know we want to address this issue. So in the meantime, I believe keeping this freeze, the same time we're kind of waiting for that freeze to come off, it stays in our mind that we need to discuss this issue and address it. And I think it'll be appropriate afterwards to lift that freeze.
Omar? Andrew?
Let's take what Peter said, that money is a privilege, not a right.
Brian, did you have?
I don't know.
Sorry. I just want to mention also, I don't know if it was mentioned yet, but there's going to be a committee to go over this, to make the changes. It's going to be a committee that's going to meet in the next week, less than next week, I believe tomorrow. Yes, it is tomorrow, at 8 p.m. It's going to meet, it's going to make the changes that are necessary. We'll probably have a recommendation by the next council meeting, at which point it'll be much more appropriate to unfreeze them. Brian,
I just have a quick question for Utsav. Was there an actual legitimate reason to freeze? Okay, so what we're talking about is freezing funds and unfreezing funds that go to media organizations. Was there an actual legitimate reason for you and Peter to make the decision that violated the bylaws, that violated something that we hold ourselves accountable to? Was there a legitimate reason for you and Peter to make the discretion to freeze funds?
Wait, all funds or just one particular?
The media organizations, to freeze funds to media organizations. What was the reason besides you and Peter just decided to there's a lot of things going on, therefore we're gonna freeze funds to sketch whoever off our back?
Yeah, I mean the actual standing rules that give us that authority for on the screen. And I listed out
I understand
I listed out the breach that I identified.
Can you just publish again?
Yeah. It's again it's the Constitution, Article 2, object. Do you want the Constitution?
Good.
This is our Constitution, if you haven't seen it before. Article 2, object. The object of this association shall be exercised the rule of law. The main point that I felt we were breaching was to create and execute programs which serve the collective interests of the undergraduate population. The current system in which we fund media organizations does not serve the collective interests of the undergraduate population.